Real quick, like, subscribe, all that shit. Okay. God damn, it's over, guys. I don't want to be a pessimist because I'm probably one of the few people who was actually, rooting for really all the defendants in this case, to be honest with you. I just wanted this shit to go away because I didn't really hear nobody talk about murder and shit like that. It was really just a bunch of stupid ass acts, right? So I was like, fuck it, just hit him with probation, just like every other fucking famous person ever. You know what I mean? So it was just dumb shit. It looked like to me, but it looks like 6ix9ine is actually pled guilty to 9 counts of the things that he was charged with. I mean, I'm sure they added counts because the first time that I saw his documents, it was just I believe 6 counts, and it was mostly it was like maiming, robbery, gun possession. Now I'm seeing these things like dealing all these drugs, potentially murder and all this shit. So it's like way more intense than when he first got nabbed. But like we knew that. We knew they were gonna add shit, get more shit, and they did. And they put into the evidence the 6ix9ine recording that he did, the Chief Keef shit that he did, where he, quote unquote, put 30 packs on a nigga head, and that didn't really sit well with them. So that just helped the prosecutors build their case even more and try to paint him as a ringleader. I don't know if he admitted to being a ringleader, but he's actually pleading guilty. We're gonna kind of flush out. This is gonna be a lengthy video, right? It's not gonna be just me talking and then boom, boom, it's over. I really want to flesh out how I feel about this. So let's kind of go through a timeline. So January 22nd, if I have my dates correct, that's the day he had his first conference hearing of 2019, and I was there. It was reported that he didn't want his family there. He didn't want his mom, he didn't want his girlfriend, he didn't want his baby mama, like no family he wanted in court, which we all thought was odd. Now, in my previous video, I said, why would he not want that to be the case? Maybe he doesn't want to see them. So he stops himself from crying. Maybe he's cooperating and he doesn't want their lives to be in danger. But we didn't know. It was speculation at the time. Now, fast forward to the actual day, he lost his lawyer that day in court, and he wasn't happy about that shit. But one thing that was weird about that is they didn't bring up his bail hearing. Now, even if he lost his lawyer, the judge did ask the other lawyer there, Don Florio, hey, can you follow up by yourself? Is this okay for you to do by yourself? She said yes. So at that time, I was still surprised. Okay, so when is he getting out on bail, right? Which is what you would be doing if you wanted to kind of help your chances, I guess, or at least just be free. You know what I mean? But it would be an indication that you plan on fighting this. But that didn't happen that day. And I think the lawyers actually said, it's because of that. But hey, you can't tell me it's because of that you didn't request a bail appeal because you didn't know that was going to happen. And the judge said, hey, is there anything else you guys want to talk about several times? And his lawyers didn't say shit. So I don't know this for a fact, but I'm willing to bet that he knew, or at least the lawyers knew at that point, that they were going to take a plea deal. But taking a plea deal means that the evidence against him is just fucking crazy, right? Remember, this is not a joke. This shit is a minimum of 32 years. Minimum. Like that's like if let's say Takashi did the least, out of everybody, right? He committed the least crimes. He will still get out when he's 56. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. So it's like you have to make sure your shit is on point and they have no evidence against you. If they have, it's RICO, so you're being charged as a group, right? And it's so messy because you're not even cool with the people you're being charged with. So they don't give a fuck if you go to jail, right? So you have to tread the waters extra carefully. It's not like you can collude with the defendants. They don't like you, as we saw in court. So you're in a very sticky situation. So am I surprised that he took the plea deal? Not at all. That's actually if you're thinking selfishly, that's one of the smartest things he could have did. Is it going to go over well with the people? Probably not. But hey, it is what it is, right? Now, yesterday we got news that he, quote unquote, snitched on Kuda B in regards to the Chief Keef shooting in Times Square. Is that true? Eh, I wasn't really inclined to believe it because I don't really know why the feds will be talking to TMZ about this shit. Because TMZ said that they got it from the authorities, right? I don't know what authorities mean, if they got it from the prosecutors themselves or they just looked up the documents and saw it. Because if they did get it from the authorities, that wouldn't make any sense because feds want to keep their informants secret so more people can inform. If it comes out that they're leaking their informants, people aren't going to inform. They're going to make it difficult for the feds to prosecute people. So I don't think the feds maybe sent that to CMZ if they're telling the truth. I think that if that's true, which I still don't know, and I don't believe that's true, they might have just looked it up and found the documents before other people did, which is believable. TMZ is pretty good at finding shit like that. Even though I beat them to the punch a couple times. Humble brag. So yeah, I mean, like, it's very sad for many different reasons, because I think what this means is 6ix9ine isn't gonna get. He's gonna get less than 32, because when you take a plea deal, obviously you're taking a deal for less years. So he's gonna get less than 32. Now, he's not getting, like, these charges aren't small charges, so he's not getting less than 10. It's gonna be somewhere between 10 and 32, probably 15 and 32, or even 20 and 32, and then he hopefully gets out for time well served or good behavior. But this is a really interesting, shitty, complex situation that 6ix9ine finds himself in, because another thing is his sentencing isn't for 2020, January 24, and I hate that the court systems do that shit. It's like, you could do this sooner. Why are you dragging this out? Is it giving time for other people to maybe take their own plea deals? Is that what it is? Because the federal government, they never do shit efficiently or like effectively. It's just always long, always drawn out. Everything that creates is just fucking a long process. So I don't really know why this is being dragged out, but it is what it is. Now, what does this mean for the other defendants? Because if one person is taking a plea deal, hey, it's in your best interest at this point. If one person is snitching, everybody has to snitch. Let's keep it a buck, right? And I'm not saying Tekashi snitching. I don't fucking know. But if one person is taking a deal, it's best for everyone else to take a deal, especially if you did your crimes together. You know what I mean? But I mean, this is a shock to everybody. I don't think anyone knew that Tekashi was this involved in this type of shit. Yeah, I mean, I guess the nigga was living what he rap about. That's what y'all niggas want, right? I'm very curious to know how his family feels about this shit. We're not gonna get word from his family. We're not. I mean, we're not gonna get word from anybody close to him. But I think it's gonna be a huge warning to people in hip. I mean, it's probably not, because Bobby did the same shit and then it didn't. Like, nobody gave a fuck. So. But yo, like, let this shit warn you. Like, the feds are fucking watching, man. Like, they're everywhere, yo. Like, they know everything. It's sad, but it's true. I'm not trying to defend, like, murder and shit like that and all these crimes, but if you're gonna do it, like, fucking be smart about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not some shit you should be doing, but I understand survival as well. If that's how you get your bread, then that's how you get your bread. I think the bigger issue here is when you go clean, it's time to stop being dirty. You know what I mean? Because that money, think about it. Shadi had $60K in his bank account. Tekashi had 1.7 mil. So that clean money was way better than the dirty money. So once you started getting that clean money, you should have legitimized your shit. And then maybe that's what they were in the middle of. I wouldn't be surprised if, niggas was kind of ending the whole drug shit and just like trying to legitimize Treyway as a legitimate management company, which would have been a great company, man. You had the biggest talent in the fucking world, the best music maker in the fucking world on your team. Your star power is crazy. Everybody wanted a piece of him, and niggas just let the ball drop. And y'all really fell over from the inside too. Like, don't get me wrong, like, this shit would have happened eventually, but I think that if you guys kind of was operated as a team, the it would have been harder for the feds. You know what I mean? But hey, this is where we are right now. I don't even know if the hearing on the 27th is still gonna happen. So I just heard that. I mean, Takashi's officially snitching. He admitted to helping the members of his gang kill a rival to increase, quote, my own standing in the nine tray. And he admitted to him and other members robbing a rival at gunpoint, which, we already saw that shit on video. Um, when it got to the chief keep shooting, he said, I paid a person to shoot a rival member of nine tray to scare him. The shooting took place in Manhattan. I did this to maintain or increase my own standing in the nine tray. He admits knowing a fellow gang member was the trigger man. So it's if the trigger man was Kuda B, then it looks like he actually did cooperate to get Kuda B taken into custody. Uh, yeah, that's not looking good. But this is all he can do to reduce his sentencing. I mean, hey, you kind of put yourself in a situation as a grown man. Maybe you let people influence you that shouldn't have been influencing you. But at the end of the day, you're your own man, and I strongly believe that. So if you made stupid mistakes, you gotta pay for it. I mean, killing somebody ain't cool, but let's see how this kind of updates and see what happens. His cooperation means he's getting less years than he was supposed to get. I believe with what he admitted to, he was facing 47, but it could possibly be less. Um, he's not getting out before 30. He's not getting out before he's 30. He's probably going to spend the rest of his 20s and 30s in jail. Uh, and when he comes out, who knows? I mean, I think people still embrace him. He'll probably make some money doing shows or writing a book or something like that. Somebody's going to give him a TV show, I'm sure of it, or a documentary, because this is a crazy ass ride, crazy ass story. Uh, All right, man. Let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, man. This is a heavy one. Uh, and there's a good chance I'm not even going to make another video until the 27th. So I'm just going to spend all day, every week reading your comments. So please let me know. I'll see you in the comment section. Thank you.